How do JavaScript tag templates work? Imagine you're building a website and want to customize how text appears or how data is processed before it shows up on the screen. That's where JavaScript tagged templates come into play. They are a powerful feature introduced in the S6 version of JavaScript, which is a modern way to write cleaner and more flexible code. Let's start with the basics. Regular template literal use backticks to create strings that can include embedded expressions. For example, you can write hello, name, to insert a name into a greeting. Simple enough, right? But tag templates take this a step further. When you put a function name right before a template literal, like might tag and might tag hello, name, it turns into a special call. Instead of just creating a string, JavaScript calls that function with some unique arguments. The function receives two types of data. First, an array of strings that are the parts of the template separated by the expressions. Second, the actual values of the expressions. For example, if you write might tag my name is name and I am age years old, the function gets an array of strings like my name is and I am years old, the values of name and age. This setup allows you to manipulate or transform the parts before creating the final string. Inside the tag function, you can do anything you want. You can combine the strings and values in custom ways, escape special characters, or even format the output differently. For example, you might want to highlight certain words or sanitize user input to prevent security issues. A common pattern is to loop through the strings and values, adding your own logic as you go. This gives you full control over how the final string looks. Tag templates are especially useful in real-world scenarios. You can create custom formatting functions, like highlighting variables by wrapping them in symbols or styling parts of a string. They are also great for preventing cross-site scripting attacks by escaping user input when inserting it into HTML. Developers use them in libraries for building queries or code snippets, like GraphQL or SQL, where parsing and validation happen right inside the template. Localization is another area where tagged templates shine, allowing you to change how strings appear based on language or region. Here's a simple example. Suppose you want to emphasize variables by wrapping them in asterisks. You can write a function called highlight that takes the strings and values, then builds a new string with the variables wrapped. When you run highlight with some data, it outputs a string with the variables marked clearly. This shows how flexible tagged templates are. They let you control exactly how your strings are created. In summary, tagged templates give you a way to process template literal with a custom function. They pass the static parts of the string and the dynamic expressions separately, so you can decide how to combine or modify them. This feature makes your code more powerful and adaptable, especially when working with modern JavaScript features. It's a handy tool for web developers who want to write cleaner, safer, and more dynamic code.